My name is Sarah and today I'm recommending some books about friendship. Once again, I am jumping in with the monthly recommendations group that was started by Trina from Between Chapters and Kayla Rain. I will link both their channels and the info for the Goodreads group in the description below if you would like to join us. Like I already said, the topic for the month of May is friendships, and this could be books about friendship, books that have the general theme of friendship, just particular friendships that you enjoy. It was very much left open to interpretation. So today I'm going to share with you a combination of some books that just have a really strong theme of friendship running throughout, and then a few books where there are specific friendships that I just really love. Starting with the friendships that I really love, up first we have The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Obviously, there are a ton of different themes that run throughout this trilogy as a whole, but one of my very favorite things from the entire series and my very first read of it is the friendship between Katniss and Rue that they develop in the arena. I absolutely love the interaction between them and how Katniss just sort of, in a lot of respects, takes Rue under her wing, and just I love the friendship that develops, and even though it is a situation that is very unique to them and not really a circumstance that would be replicated in this world, I just really love how they grow to trust and care for each other even in such a short amount of time, and their friendship just gives me so many wonderful and happy feelings. Another friendship that I particularly enjoy in the Hunger Games series is the one that develops between Katniss and Joanna in Mockingjay. They are both suffering from serious post-traumatic stress disorder and a whole lot of other things, having both been in the arena twice and dealt with all of the crazy things that happen there. And I loved how their relationship developed, because they go from kind of just not being able to stand each other to recognizing that in a lot of respects they are some of the only other people who can really understand what they've been through. And I love the training that they go through and how their relationship develops and the friendship that becomes sort of a cornerstone for both of them as they are working through all of the stuff that is necessary to get back into the Capitol and things like that, and how they really just have to lean on and support each other. And yeah, I loved that friendship, and that was something that was a new thing that I noticed in this most recent reread of the story. Up next, we have Ink and Bone by Rachel Caine. This book has one of my favorite male friendships that I have seen recently. Our protagonist, Jess Brightwell, goes to sort of train to be part of the library staff, and on his way over there, he meets Thomas, who is another guy from Germany, and Thomas is the very first person that Jess meets when he gets on the train to go to his library training, and I just love their friendship. I love how it develops. I love how, as they are going through this training and working together, they just begin to rely on and trust each other. And another thing that I really appreciated about this book is not just the particular friendship that develops between Thomas and Jess, but how the sort of main group of characters in this book has to become friends and has to be willing to trust each other and accept each other, even though they have sort of natural tensions and things like that. And I just love how the friendships in this book as a whole are developed. And if you have not checked it out, you absolutely should, because it's wonderful. Now we are going to jump into some other books where not only do they feature friendships that I particularly enjoy, but friendship as a whole is a very large theme that runs throughout the story. Up first, we have Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. This is the first book in a YA historical fiction World War II duology, and oh my goodness, this book will give you so many feelings, but it is absolutely wonderful. This book as a whole is just wonderful, but really it is just a fantastic example of the power of friendship and a wonderful example of a female friendship, and I just love everything about the relationship and friendship that develops between the two characters. It will break your heart, but it is absolutely wonderful story, and if you haven't picked this up yet, you totally need to. Up next, we have Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. If you are at all familiar with the Anne of Green Gables series, then you know that Anne, as an orphan, is in search of a bosom friend. She has a deep desire in her life to be loved by other people, and when she first is adopted by Matthew and Marilla, she is all about finding her bosom friend, and she finds that in Diana Barry, and I love the friendship between those two girls, but friendship as a whole is just a really large theme that runs throughout the entire series. Like I've said in previous videos, even though the relationship between Anne and Gilbert is something that a lot of people really love about the series, myself included, the series as a whole is about so much more than just Anne and Gilbert getting together. It really is just about Anne's life, and one of the biggest themes that runs throughout this story is just Anne's affinity for friendship, and how she just has this ability to connect with anyone and to sort of break through their shell and to soften hard hearts and to just make people love her. And like I said, I love the relationship between Diana and Annie in these early books. I love the friendship that develops between her and Gilbert in the second and third books. I love the friendship between her and Catherine Brooke in the fourth book, and just all of the different people that she meets and interacts with throughout the series. The series as a whole is just a testament to all of the different shapes and forms that friendship can take over one's life, and how those can ebb and flow as you go through different seasons and move to different locations and things like that. And it's just, I could gush about Anne for a really, really long time, but if you want a series that just has so many wonderful, wonderful friendships, plus a really fantastic protagonist and just all sorts of other wonderful things, then you need to check this one out. My next recommendation should come as no surprise, and that is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. If you have read the series, then you know that the friendship between Harry, Ron, and Hermione is a really, really strong theme and sort of pillar for the different characters throughout the entire series, and really the only reason Harry makes it through half of the stuff that he does in this entire series is because he has the love and support of his friends behind him. In this first book, we see that friendship begin to develop first between Harry and Ron, and then eventually Hermione gets added into the mix, and I just love their friendship. I love how they spend so much of their lives together as they are going through their time at Hogwarts, and how their individual friendships continue to develop, and I love all of the friendships they develop with the other characters throughout the series like Neville and Luna, and I just love the theme of friendship and how one of the biggest things that J.K. Rowling pushes from beginning to end of this series is that you cannot accomplish things by yourself, that you need the support of your friends beside you. You need them to be cheering you on and to be helping you where you are weaker and to be filling in the gaps for the things that you are not super great at, but they are awesome at. And I could gush about Harry Potter for a long time, but the friendships are one of my absolute favorite parts about this series, hands down. And my final recommendation of the day is the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer. I picked Winter to show you guys just because this is the one where we have the entire cast of characters and therefore the most interaction and friendship type things happening. But really, the series as a whole, one of my favorite parts about this series was the friendships. Yes, they are fairy tale retellings, and so you obviously have some swoon-worthy couples, and I clearly have a deep love for a lot of those couples, but this series would not be nearly as fantastic as it is without the really strong friendships that Marissa Meyer develops throughout the series. They are exemplified so well in the books of Cress and Winter, because you see so much more interaction between the different characters and see how they are beginning to learn more about each other and trust each other, and I just adored everything about the series. But like I said, this would not be the series that it is if it wasn't for that sort of squad mentality, that crew mentality of everyone just fighting for each other and fighting to help everything that's going on in the series succeed. And I love everything about this series, but without a doubt, one of my favorite things about it is all of the fantastic friendships that you have in here. If you are looking for a series that is just really, really fun and has both a healthy mix of swoon-worthy romance and wonderful, wonderful friendships, plus like sci-fi and action and other craziness thrown in, check this one out pronto. Well, there you have it, friends. Those are my recommendations for a few books that have some fantastic friendships in them. If you have read any of the books, I would love to hear your thoughts, so please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any recommendations on books with wonderful friendships that I should read, please let me know as well, because I am always on the lookout for more. If you want to follow me elsewhere online, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, all at Sarah Ann Hayes. The links for those profiles will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hello, friends! My name is Sarah, and today I'm random. If you are not familiar, monthly recommendations is and in the month I will link both of